News spread quickly. The iconic tusker Dhatusena had returned to Wewa. Excited, a group of us set off to catch a glimpse of this majestic giant. Arriving a bit earlier than the rest of our friends, we decided to make the most of our time. Under the scorching sun, the cool, inviting waters of the lake were irresistible. A refreshing dip was just what we needed to recharge before the adventure ahead. When the others arrived, we headed towards Wewa National Park. We made our way through the park's unmarked trails, navigating along the lake's banks to meet our other group. Upon arrival, we found some wildlife officers taking a quick break for lunch before continuing their work. After a quick exchange, we ventured deeper, hoping to encounter the elephant herd. Navigating Wewa is an adventure in itself. Unlike most national parks in Sri Lanka, it lacks defined boundaries and roads, blending into the surrounding villages and farmlands. This porous border allows human and animal worlds to intertwine in a delicate balance. Fishermen ply their trade along the reservoir's banks, while villagers traverse the park for daily needs. This coexistence, though remarkable, also poses risks to the wildlife it seeks to protect. The excitement grew as we located a herd of elephants grazing near the lake. However, the dense surroundings made it difficult to photograph them properly. Nearby, a vast open plain seemed like the perfect spot for capturing the herd, so we decided to wait for them to move. Lunchtime became a relaxed interlude as we observed the herd's slow and deliberate movements. Having lunch with friends in the jungle is an experience like no other, a memory etched in the heart. It was a quick, simple meal. Freshly baked bread, hearty dal curry, a spicy kata sambal, and crispy fried lake fish. Yet it was not just about the food. It was the laughter that echoed through the trees, the playful banter, and the joy of sharing every bite. Sitting together in the embrace of nature, surrounded by the wild beauty of the jungle, every moment felt special. The simplicity of the meal, combined with the warmth of friendship, turned an ordinary lunch into an extraordinary experience. Sometimes it's these little joys, a shared meal under the open sky, that remind us how beautiful life can be. Moments like these make every adventure unforgettable. The herd moved at their own pace, unhurried and deliberate. Some of us trained our cameras on birds gliding over the lake, while others observed the elephant's subtle interactions. The hours drifted by, serene and purposeful. Finally, the elephants edged toward the clearing, raising our hopes. But just as they neared, the hum of a jeep startled them. A commotion followed as they turned toward us instead.
Looking dangerous.
One particularly adorable moment stood out. A young calf, full of youthful bravado, mock-charged with a playful trumpet, earning our delighted laughter. Realizing there was no threat, the herd soon calmed down. We retreated to our vehicles and decided to explore the open plain ourselves, hoping most of the herd would eventually join us there. We were rewarded with a spectacular sight. A large herd spread across the vast plains. Among them stood Maha, a young tusker full of promise. Symbolizing the future of Kala Wewa's legendary lineage. This sanctuary, encompassing over 6,000 hectares, was officially declared to protect the wilderness around the historic Kala Wewa and Balalu Wewa reservoirs. Despite its status, the park operates with a unique rhythm. Boundaries are loosely defined, allowing villagers and fishermen to coexist with the park's wildlife. This blend of human activity and untamed nature creates an intriguing dynamic. Kala Wewa is renowned for its elephant population, particularly its remarkable concentration of tuskers, arguably the finest genetic pool in Sri Lanka. But the reality of recent years weighed heavily on our hearts. Elephants like Barana, Reservoir, Nila, and Walagamba, each as magnificent as Diga I, had been lost to human greed and carelessness. Their absence is a sobering reminder of the fragility of this precious habitat. So we entered not just a wilderness, but a shadow of what it once was. Encounters with giants like Diga now felt even more precious, like fleeting glimpses of a fading dream. Watching elephants in their natural habitat is a humbling experience. Elephants have a fascinating way of feeding. A fully grown elephant can spend up to 15 hours grazing daily. A single adult elephant can consume up to 150 kilograms of food a day. Their technique for pulling up short grass is an art in itself. Using their foot to kick and twist the grass, followed by a quick shake to remove soil. Observing these behaviors up close is an experience that brings immense appreciation for their intelligence and adaptability. Watching the herd interact was mesmerizing. Their lives, though simple, are deeply connected to the land they inhabit. As the sun began its descent, the herd moved toward the high forest. Our hearts, however, were set on Diga 1. We went searching for the legend we had come to see. Then, on a distant bank, we spotted him. His very presence exuded a quiet authority, a reminder of a time when Kalawewwa was ruled by giants. Diga 1 stood like a monument, his tusks gleaming in the golden hour. Time seemed to pause as we watched him, this embodiment of strength, wisdom, and grace. We held our breath as Diga began to approach, his steps deliberate and regal. Beside him walked another large bull, their synchronized movements like a procession of kings. When Diga passed close to us, we could feel his power, his dignity, a silent testament to the greatness of Sri Lanka's wildlife. For a brief moment, we were face to face with a legend. Then, as if bidding us farewell, he disappeared into the forest. It was the last time we would see Diga alive. Months later, the devastating news arrived. Diga 1, the last of Kalawewwa's golden generation, had fallen victim to an illegal electric fence, a treasure beyond words, lost to negligence. Visiting his lifeless body, I could scarcely believe what we had allowed to happen. Diga was more than an elephant. He was a symbol of what we stand to lose if we fail to protect our wildlife. The time I spent with him will forever remain etched in my heart, a testament to the wonder of nature and the urgency of conservation. This video is my tribute to Diga, the mighty tusker who inspired awe, love, and respect. Let his story remind us of our responsibility to safeguard these magnificent beings. Goodbye, Diga, the last king of Kalawiwa. Your legacy will live on in our memories and in the wild hearts of those you've inspired.